everyone, and welcome back to Cardiac. Now, this particular video is going to be a little bit interesting, and I'm going to attack this subject as respectfully as possible in relation to the two groups that I'm going to be referring to for this video. So first and foremost, let me put out that to create an idea and to create a product that people are really genuinely excited for is not easy. I should know, I have my own company and I'm doing that right now. But I know for me, my biggest thing is that I don't ever want to create something that just completely rips off of what someone else has done and come up with something that is a new take on an idea that's already existed. Because let's be honest, in the year 2019, all of the ideas really have been taken, but there is a new way of doing things, or doing things your own way, or taking your own interpretation and doing it as such. Which brings me to this subject. So if you went through Knott's Scary Farm last year, you'll know that there was a brand new maze called the Depths, which would take you down into the dark recesses under the ground, and only to find that there are ravenous underwater creatures that are just ready to attack you. Well, Universal Orlando announced one of their original concept mazes was called the Depths of Fear. Now, while it kind of matches exactly what the Depths and John Cook came up with, the Depths is kind of taking it more to an 80s look. So the one thing I want to point out is the idea that basically Universal took the idea of what John Cook and Knott's Berry Farm created and kind of put it to Halloween Horror Nights and trying to give it their own unique spin. I went through several times through the Depths and I absolutely loved this maze. I think it's very well done. I think John Cook, every time he designs a brand new maze, it's something very different, it's very unique, and it's something that just you can't see anywhere because it's specifically John Cook, which is fantastic. And he is taking the haunt industry and really adding something new to it by using high-tech pieces as well as good physical props and hard work to create a very unique experience. So if you look into something like Universal Orlando, they're very top-notch mazes. Obviously, it's Universal putting in all this money to make it happen because they're realizing that Halloween is such a huge market to best off of, and it's something that we all want, and they do create some very amazing well-done mazes. If you think about it, if you think about the mazes that both Orlando and Hollywood have done, Orlando's always seems to kick a whole lot of ass. Why? Because there's not that many black walls. They actually do things that are very unique and haven't really been seen before. Perfect example, they did the Exorcist maze, and one of the cool things is that they actually did an artistic representation of you falling down the stairs in the same way that the priest took the same journey. And it was really cool to see that happen, as well as they also were able to do the same room but in different angles and different ways of doing it, and I thought it was one of the coolest ways of doing things, especially because we hadn't seen it before. So, do I think that Universal kind of ripped off of the Depths? Absolutely. However, obviously we haven't seen exactly what Universal Orlando has in store for the Depths of Fear. I do feel like just by the description of the maze and the name itself is a little bit too much of a ripoff, if I do say so myself. Now, again, they are putting it into an 80s style feeling, which I think is something that Michael Aiello does a lot because he really likes the 80s. He's a child of the 80s, so I totally get that. I just hope it's like literally has nothing to do with John Cook's The Depths. As long as that's the case, then I think I'm gonna be fine. Let me know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts about this whole situation? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Leave those in the comments down below. And I just want to give you a huge heads up, in the next couple of days, I'm gonna be announcing a brand new immersive experience that is coming out. We're still finalizing details, but I do want to get the word out that this is happening. If you would like to get more information on what's happening, please feel free to visit our website in the description down below and sign up for a mailing list. I'll be putting that up pretty soon. That will give you a brief overview of when something big is coming. So I'm very excited to be announcing it. But thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode of Cardiac. If you liked the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe down below. If you want to follow us across all social media or donate to our Patreon account, please find the links in the description down below. As well as we are still running our Kickstarter campaign. If you would like to visit that, the link is also in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, my name is Forrest, and I'll see you in the shadows.